The key message of the panel which I sat on was some of the impacts of infrastructure investments. I brought the experience from an Australian perspective, which differs quite substantially to some of the other nations represented here. So we touched on some of the key themes around defining what the asset class of infrastructure is, how much of a deficit, an infrastructure deficit there is, and then finally what pension funds are doing to bridge that deficit. The main challenges faced by pension funds is a difficult question because there are different challenges in different countries. From an Australian perspective, I think we're going to face a challenge of moving from an accumulation phase to a phase whereby we'll be paying out pensions. So it's particular to Australia compared to some developed economies, but it's something which we share with some of the developing economies. Internationally, I see that there are other challenges. International portability, European integration, such a big issue which we don't need to deal with in Australia, but such a hot topic here. The coverage of pension systems. We heard that in India and Nigeria there are big challenges in obtaining adequate coverage for an informal workforce. On surface value, that could seem to be inapplicable to Australia, but we also have a large unemployed or a large workforce which is not employed in the traditional means, so independent contractors who also aren't covered by our pension system. So while these pension systems might seem quite different in many senses, there are a lot of common themes which we share in terms of developing systems which cater for those people who really need them.